Hi guys, this is Dr. Hamrick again, and I'm here to introduce Unit 3. Unit 3 talks about stage theory and the three domains of learning, and the student learning outcome that you're going to focus on again will be self-management and teamwork. So I want you to think about that teamwork thing, especially for work. So if we're going to manage ourselves and be a part of a team. In order for the team to be successful, every individual in the team needs to put forth an effort to be successful, right? So self management and teamwork kind of goes hand in hand because you can't have a successful team if any one part of that team is weak, if you will. You don't want to be that weak link, okay? All right. So, what are we introducing to help us strengthen our abilities and our skill sets in those areas? We're going to introduce stage theory and the elements of thought. Both theories was developed by Paul and Elder, and again, all this information is in your unit readings, and you'll learn about it a lot more. Again, do the readings and do the activities. With that said, stage theory is going to introduce 6 different levels of thinking. Intellectual thinking, meaning like in your personal life, conversations, analyzing books and looking at things. Now we're going to go into the elements of thought, looking at things from a different perspective, right? Looking at the depth of things. How deep can we go in our thinking? How far across the spectrum can we go in our thinking? So that's the breadth of thinking about things. We're going to check assumptions, facts, inferences, questions. What purpose are we coming from? These are different angles, if you will, in which a person think, and the elements of thought categorizes all of our thinking in one or more of those different categories. So again, the categories might be purpose, drawing a conclusion, inference, assumption, information, facts, looking at things from different perspectives or points of view, and so on. So you're going to get to explore that in the elements of thought. You're going to take those elements and couple them with stage 4 in stage theory. Stage theory, again, is going to teach you how to think at 6 different stages in intellectual thinking. I want you to think about that. The 4th stage is called your practicing stage, and your 4th stage is the gateway to the latter 2 stages of thinking, the highest 2 stages of thinking. Your lower 4 stages, you won't need the elements of thought to really process at those lower levels. But again, I won't give it all away. I'm just giving you bits and pieces. The different stages in stage theory are challenge thinker, unreflective thinker, beginning thinker, practicing thinker. That's that gateway thinker that needs a system of thinking, and the elements of thought fall right in that area. And then you have advanced thinking, and then you have accomplished thinking. And again, you see me doing this because each level of thinking builds off the ladder, and it is progressive. With that said, I want you to focus on the distinctions. What is different about these different levels of thinking? And then I want you to focus on how are they similar, because they're so similar that you really do need to pay attention to the details on how they are different. Once you figure out how they're alike and how they're different, then I want you to assess yourself. Ask yourself, where am I in these different stages of thinking? And be honest, because I'm giving you the tools in the textbook on how to get to the next level. So if when you started this thing out, you were unreflective, the fact that you now know about the theory can instantly propel you into a challenge thinker. Most of us dangle around challenge thinking, between challenge thinking and advanced thinking. Those are the areas where most of us kind of hang out, right? Decide where you are right now, and then figure out, the textbook is going to show you how to do this, figure out what you need to do to get to the next level of thinking and ultimately to your desired level of thinking. Okay. So again, by the end of this unit, you should be able to assess yourself personally with the different stages of thinking in stage theory. Try to propel yourself to practicing level where you might use the elements of thought as a system of thinking. But you're going to find that there's more than one system. You don't necessarily have to use the elements of thoughts. You could use pros and cons. Most people do weigh out the pros of a decision, the cons of a decision, and then make their decisions from there. That's systematic thinking if that's something that you do every single time. What I do is I use the different theories that I'm teaching you all, and I chop them up into a way that is unique to me and unique to the current situation that I'm pondering. So I might only use Bloom's level of analysis and knowledge and comprehension And then I might pull from the elements of thought and start thinking from different perspectives, those same different levels of thinking. And in doing so, I've created a unique system of thinking just for me, specifically for that task, that's going to make it work very well for me. And that's what I want you guys to be able to do. That's again, drawing in that chop, the customized higher order thinking, taking the different theories that we are learning and integrating those theories, and then making them work best for us personally, because everybody learns differently. Does that make sense? Okay. So we have stage theory, the elements of thought. Your student learning outcome, again, is teamwork, where you're assessing yourself and trying to be a better team member, and learning how to communicate in that manner. And then finally, making sure that you understand that the elements of thought and stage theory are two separate theories, but they do go hand in hand, and how to master each one so that you could be successful not only in my class, but in your other classes as well. Does that make sense? All right. I will see you again in Unit 4. Have a good one.